Hello, everybody, all the great Americans out there. I'm trying to get this up so we can. Hey, thank you, Tosh. Appreciate it. Max Whitney, my old buddy Rob Lieberman's in here. Two other people. Matt, you need a turbo? We have turbos. We can help you. Give us a call. Be glad to help you out with something. What kind of truck you got? What we got? That's exactly right. Muffler bearing changes are a very delicate thing. You're going to want to make sure that you do this job with a bucket of AIR. If you don't have the AIR, you're not going to be able to change your muffler bearings. So we've got some radiators for Volkswagens that are on sale too, man. Awesome. Marcus Miller's joined. Marcus is a good American, damn good American. There was a shooting somewhere today. I have not seen where it was. I think it was Cincinnati. Thoughts and prayers to those people involved in that. Man, what is going on with all these public shootings? Whatever you people need, man. If you're thinking about going in and shooting and join up, hey, don't do it. Talk to somebody. We'll try to help you. Whatever we can do. Gosh almighty. But, yeah, thoughts and prayers with them. So here we go. So football season. Cats had a big win last week over Central Michigan. So they looked bad in the first half, looked a little bit better in the second half. So we got Florida this week. I don't know if anybody, knows, and all the Kentucky fans that are on here. Kentucky has not beat Florida for 31 years. It's been 31 long years. So I'm 42. I think I've seen seen us beat Florida twice. Jeff McFarland is here. A little tidbit about Jeff McFarland that's in our group here today. Jeff McFarland's Camper Rentals. If you're in Kentucky or any of the surrounding areas around here, you need to rent a camper. Jeff McFarland is the man you need. So send him a Facebook friend request, and he will get you hooked up with a really good camper for you for the weekend. So Florida, that's where the Cats are this weekend. Saturday, we've also got another big SEC matchup, Georgia and South Carolina. I'm really rooting for you, Georgia boys, to get this done. I got a couple of little side bets on this. Georgia, I need you to get this done. You're going to have to go to Columbia. You're going to have to get it done against the old Gamecocks there. Nothing gets you, South Carolina folks, because you all had a big win this weekend too. Looked really good in doing it. It's good to see that you all are ranked, and it makes SEC just better all around. So what are we giving away today? We're going to give away just a lowly old bottle of Power Shot. Power Shot, if you're not running Power Shot, there's a pretty good chance that you are a puppy kicker. So keep yourself from being of having the social tag of being a puppy kicker. You need to run Power Shot in your truck. Improve your cetane rating. This is a very, very good diesel fuel treatment. I like it. I use it in my own stuff. It's not just a gimmick. This is good stuff. So check out some Power Shot and try to run that in your truck. So, hey, we're going to try to answer as many questions as we can today. One of my biggest things is I always like to try to answer everybody's questions. I'm not going to be able to answer everybody's question. We're getting more people that are on the channel. More people are asking very technical questions. So I'm going to try to answer some of the questions on the high points the best I can. So, Marcus, I'm going to start with yours. Josh Wesley here. Josh Wesley is a damn fine American. Thank you, Josh, for always being around here. I'm going to start out. Hector Corona, your question about the 6.7 Cummins. We traditionally here, we don't field questions about what you're asking about, but we will be glad to help you here at the shop. Number's 866-737-4966. My guys will be glad to talk with you about the 6.7 conversion that you're wanting to do. Marcus Miller says, glad Q&A is back and we need some new LB7 content on the YouTube channel, buddy. You're exactly right. I have a injector video that is coming out for release very, very soon. We're doing a lot of LB7 work this winter. I've got a couple of videos that we did on some LB7 lines, the ARP valve cover bolt kits. We just got those videos up. So look for those. I've got some new stuff coming for you LB7 guys. I'm an LB7 guy too. Clutch videos if you're a ZF6 owner like I am. So I've got some stuff for you there. So hold on, brother. I'm coming. I've got it for you. So, all right. Let's see. Ryan Hall. This is a good one. Would bad ball joints cause vibration while driving? And has anyone ever heard of Detroit axle ball joints with a 10-year warranty? Ryan, I have not heard of Detroit axle ball joints, but would bad ball joints cause a vibration while driving? Traditionally, what we see in vibration is usually going to be in U joints in the drive line. And talk a little bit about that. If you've got if you've got driveline play in the U-joints, a lot of people will get underneath the truck, they'll grab the drive shafts. If they can't turn them, they think they don't have anything wrong with the U-joint. That's not the right way to do it. You're going to need to drop the drive shaft out and actually check the U-joints. If they've got a rough spot in them, guarantee you that's probably where your vibration is coming from. So think about your U-joints in your drive shaft and think about that being the source of your vibration. With ball joints, traditionally what we see is bad tire wear. You also get, I don't know why, the death wobble. That can be a contributing factor to it, although that's usually in a track bar issue or a tire or something in your tires, busted belt or whatever in your tires. So if you got a vibration like that, look drive shafts to possibly be one of the would be one of the things, but you want to make sure that you start with checking out your drive shaft. Matt, Cody, I see you in there, man. All right. Scott Patterson. Hello, Scott. Larry Boyd, you'll have to call in, man. Be glad to help you with that. But I definitely suggest the SCT Livewire TS if that's what you're going with. You hate the H&S Minimax. We will not be carrying H&S Minimaxes anymore here pretty soon. I do have live wires though. I like the live wire tuning. I like SCT for Fords in any capacity. Very good. Very good hardware. One of the new devices coming out from SCT and Bully Dog as well, the GTXs, I think it's BDX on the Bully Dog side. That's a very, very good hardware platform. They're trying to get more platforms added to that, so be on the lookout for that, man. All right. Let's see. Josh Wesley says Detroit axle ball joints are Chinese garbage. Josh Wesley can sniff out Chinese garbage. So I do not carry Detroit axle ball joints. So there you go. We'll see what do they say about that. Does Thoroughbred offer tunes for a Hydra on a 7.3 from Jared Thomas? Jared Thomas is a good American. So Hydra actually has their own tunes there. We don't do any custom tuning for Hydra. I have a couple of custom tuners that we buy that do tuning for 6.7 and 6.4 stuff. I may be able to get you some custom stuff from them if you need to check with me if there's something that you're tuning for a big high horsepower build. I'm sure that I can reach out and probably get some stuff done for you if the tunes that Power Hungry Performance already have on their website isn't suitable for you. So if you need a custom thing, reach out to me, man, and I'll do my best to help you. What size, Justin Anderson says, what size injector should I be looking for to make 1,000+ horsepower on an 01 P-Pump 24 valve? Justin, I need to know a lot of more stuff there. We get that question all the time. That's a really good question. What size injectors, what size injectors? Need to know the supporting mods. For a mechanical injection truck like that, 12 valve, need to know how much time you're running, how big a turbo that you're running. Let's just say you're running a good size set of twins on the truck, and 20+ degrees of timing, whatever the truck is set up for, 5,000+ RPMs, the pump set up for that, you're ready to go. You're going to need a big injector. It's going to need to be probably a custom injector for your setup. That's something that we can help you with if you want to call in. We'll talk about it in terms of percentages over instead of number of holes and orifice size or any of that. How much do I need? What are you going to need? You're probably going to need 200 to 300% overs to make 1,000 horsepower, given proper turbo setup and proper timing in the pump. So give us a call and let us know what you're working with there, man. Yeah, 36-inch injectors. That's exactly right. Colt Hawkins, best way to reduce EGTs on a Ford 6.0 truck is bulletproofed, stock tuning, aero muffler. Colt, what tuning are you using and what kind of EGTs are you seeing? That would be one of my first questions. A lot of can tuning that you see out there is going to be really not, say this correctly. There's tuning out there that can actually get you better horsepower number and cooler EGTs in proper tuning, and that's maybe something that we can help you with. So, like, know what the EGT number is. If it's EGTs that you're seeing while you're towing, what is something that you could buy to prevent that? You could increase your intercooler size. You could go up a turbo as well. Just throwing some hard parts at it. Do a bigger turbo. If you've got tuning on the truck, you do a Power Max turbo, which is a little bit larger turbo. Is going to get you better throttle response, going to get you a little bit cooler EGTs, just a better performance feel to the truck. So throw a turbo at it. But a little bit more information might be able to try to help you there for sure. Let's see. All right, Dylan Tipton. And if any of the guys from Valera or South Bend are watching this and you want to jump in on this, feel free to. I'm going to try to answer this best we can. So I've got a built Black Diamond NV 4500 with a 3800 South Bend dual disc clutch. When I put it in reverse, it's kind of stiff going in, and when it does, it shakes the whole truck. But if I put it in second and then just let out the clutch enough for it to try to move forward and push clutch back in and go to reverse, it does it with ease. Okay, so if you have to go into a gear before you go into the target gear that you're looking for, you're stopping the rotating assembly inside of the transmission there. That might be something that's wrong in the setup of the clutch, okay? So you might not be getting a full release there. Traditionally, what we see in that is a lot of guys have a problem going into what I'm just going to call bulldog or first gear. A lot of times the trucks won't go into first gear, so that what they have to do is they have to reach down and grab the second gear, and then they'll slide right in first gear. The reason why it happens is when they drop it in second gear, the rotating assembly, everything on the main shaft stops. Once it goes into the gear, everything stops, then you can go right into the gear. So you can have worn synchronizers inside of the transmission, but you said it's a full build there, so that might not be it. Setup on the clutch may not be exactly where it needs to be. We could take a look at that. I'd be glad to help you with it, Dylan. Give me a call on it. But that's just something to think about. So when you're going into, if you force it into reverse, what happens is the reason why the whole truck's shaking is because you're stopping that rotating assembly. So, and there's Dan Balance just joined the channel. He can talk on that. Dan is the owner of Valera. So if you've got a question on that, maybe he sees this, he might be able to jump in and answer that for you too. Corey Stabler says, do we offer EasyLink? Absolutely, we sure do. EasyLink with several different tuners on the platform. We have GDP that tunes on EasyLink. We also have PPEI. We offer Done Right Performances tuning, so check any of those out. We can be glad to get you whatever you need, man. There's still something badly wrong. Parasitic ground 213 compost straight. TBN install brand new batteries in it. Any ideas? Zach, there is a awesome video on parasitic draws on YouTube on setting up with a test light on between your positive post your battery and just removing fuses, and keep removing fuses until the parasitic draw goes away. Check it out. I can't remember the name of the video, but if you type in parasitic draw how to correct on YouTube, it'll come up. You'll find it. It is a fine video. Absolutely. Who makes the best 48 RE? Ty Youngblood. Ty, that's a good question, man. We offer Suncoast. We offer BD. We offer ATS. All three of those are excellent transmission companies. If they weren't excellent transmission companies, we wouldn't offer them here. We offer full build transmission. We also offer rebuild kits. So if you want to have a local builder build your transmission and buy a rebuild kit from us, we'll be glad to help you with that. So I'm not going to give you one better than the other one. The three that I rattled off right there are all very good transmissions. So you can definitely hang your hat on that. Let's see. Thank you, Dan. Dan is a fine damn American. Just one of the best Americans out there for sure. What would make a 2006 Dodge roll the coal? Tuning is going to make you roll the coal, brother. Throw the tuning on it, and you're going to get it, man. How hard would it be to put a 12 valve Cummins in a 1991 Ford F-250 6.9 IDI? Isaac Schwartz. Isaac, thank you for that question. I'm going to talk to you about something that we did here, and I'm going to give a plug for a company that we absolutely do not do any business with. I'm not getting a kickback from this or in any way. So if you search Auto World MT on Google, there will be a website that comes up that is Cummins Repower. Years ago, we did a 12 valve into a 6.0 swap, and we used this company. They were absolutely top notch. We got all of our motor mounts from them. The lady that does all the tech work from them, she is top notch. She can tell you any kind of wiring harness, where everything needs to be for shut off solenoid to make everything as seamless as it can possibly be. Definitely check them out. I think the website is Cummins Repower, but if you just search for Auto World MT, they're excellent. They can get you everything you need for just about, you can throw a 12 valve in any damn platform you can think of, man, and they've got the stuff to do it. Awesome, awesome, awesome. Thank you, Robert. We appreciate it, man. That's my boy, Roy. Have a loud hissing noise in the cab when turning the steering wheel. Goes away when pushing the brakes. You can turn the steering wheel and no loud hissing noise. 2007 Dodge Ram 5.9. I have a Hydro Boost going out. Yes, I would think so, but I would have thought, Stephen, that you would have probably noticed that in your braking, not in the turning of the wheel like that. I would be, we're calling it a hiss. What if it's something that's, a fluid or something? I don't know. That's an odd one. Somebody else jump in there if you see that. You know what that is. I'm like you. I think it's Hydro Boost, but I would have thought that you would have noticed a lot of difference in your braking. Traditionally, if you have a leak in Hydro Boost like that, when you go to step on the brakes, the damn thing's like you hit a brick wall. I mean, it stops like all anti-lock brake sensors are going out, and it'll throw you through the windshield. So that's traditionally what we see. I could be wrong, man. It's Barry Pierce has joined. Barry Pierce is a damn good American. Trev is here. Trev is a good American. Driving Bragg. What kind of tune should I get to tow a lot to, man? Lots of different tuners out there. It depends on what your platform is. What truck that you've got. EasyLink is a very hot tuning platform right now. GDP is good tuning on it. PPEI is good tuning. And Duramax tuner. Just depends on what you've got, man. Barry, you're the best. Just depends on what truck you've got and what you're looking to. And as far as your towing goes, if you're set up with stock injectors, stock turbo, things like that, man, you want to make sure that if you're towing above 10,000 pounds, let's just say you want to tow on a lower power level. A lot of people don't realize that. You don't want to tow on a higher power level because you're towing more weight. You're going to throw more EGTs at the truck and possibly do harm to the truck. So you want to be in a lower horsepower level, towing heavier to keep EGTs in control. And a lot of it's got to do with driving style too, man. If you guys are new to towing, you just now bought your first fifth wheel, you've got a truck. Understand when you're going up a hill and the truck is getting in a lug, you want to reach up and click the tow haul button. Use your manual shift, downshift, get the RPMs up, so you can keep the EGTs down, put some more power behind the truck. So that's those are some things that you want to look for in your driving habits as you drive there too, man. Let's see. Is there anything else, Trace Fuqua says, is there anything else besides injectors on an LB7 that are prone to premature failure? Trace, so we all know that 502 injectors are junk. And to say more about it, there are a lot of manufacturers out there that are doing different things inside the nozzles and control valve assemblies on 502 injectors, on LB7 injectors, to give them better longevity. It's just the nature of the beast, the way the setup is with the high pressure lines and everything. You're going to have contaminants that make it into the injector. It's going to beat up control valves. It's going to beat up the nozzles. That's why you always get the leaking nozzles inside of the LB7. So, there's different things to do. The guys are using, VCO nozzles for better longevity. So a lot of different things there. But what's your question is, do anything else go wrong? The IHI turbo is a good turbo. You usually don't see a whole lot of fails in that. But if the truck has got a lot of miles on it, you want to make sure that you're aware that you could have a CP3 failure as well. So your injection pump failure with more miles, low fuel quality, you're going to beat up the barrels and plungers inside the pumps. You're going to be be coming up on a high return rate with that. You're going to get lower power, so things like that. So keep air dog or a fast on the truck or any kind of lift pump and that. Watch your balance rates, and the truck should serve you very well. Let's see. All right, let's go. Austin here. He says, I'm building a 24 valve P pump, looking to have the pump rebuilt soon, looking for a 4 to 450 horsepower heavy tow, low smoke. I have 3K springs, AFC springs, and the rack plug. Any other parts you recommend for the pump? Recommended size injectors will be running compounds. Thanks. The size compounds that you're going to be running, Austin, are probably going to determine what size injector that you want. But you said low smoke in here with 12 valve with mechanical injection. That is a very, very difficult thing to do. So your turbo setup has got to be is going to have to be on point. A light injector will do it with enough timing. A very light injector, so 7,500 horsepower injector, light injector, set up correctly for the P pump that you've got, so you get better atomization of the fuel inside the cylinder. That's going to do a lot to help you on your smoke. So Austin, I can help you with that, man. And a lot to talk about there. So give me a call. We'll be glad to help you. Ethan Halbert says, what fluid would you personally run in a G56? So when we do a G56 install here, we use the mobile Delvac. We talked about that in the installation video that we have. So the mobile Delvac is what we use. Pennzoil Synchromesh is another very, very good fluid that they use inside the G56s. We always recommend putting an extra cord inside of there, and that helps to control the gear rollover noise. So check that out too. Man, I know I missed a bunch here today, and I hate that. I'm just trying to answer as many questions as I can. Steering lines. Oh, what is the safe cutoff temp for EGT alert on a deleted 6.4 from Ray Scalisi? Ray, I hope I said your last name right, man. It depends on how you want to set it up. I think when most tuners that have safety threshold set up in them, they usually set up at 1250. That's what I tell people too. 1250, you want to start monitoring that. You want to start backing down. You want to get out of the throttle. You want to click tow haul mode on. Get your get your RPMs up to help keep your EGC down. So 1250 is always the magic number we throw around right here. So I'm going to go with 1250 for you, brother. Got any full engine rebuild kits for a 03 Dodge 2500 with 5.9 Cummins and 4 watt price, Carlos? I can't quote that to you right here. I see that you are a coyote hunter. God bless you, sir. That is a good thing. Keep doing the good fight out there, because we've got to get them all the dogs on the ground, because that helps all of it out there. We are a Cummins dealer. I can quote you anything you want. If you want me to quote you something from any rebuilders like a DFC, I can do that. I can also quote you rebuild kits from Cummins to use all genuine Cummins parts. We carry them all as well if you'd like to go that route. I've got a lot of different options for you, man. Give me a call. Call me with the engine serial number. We'll get you set up exactly like you need to be. Let's see. What have I got? Keith Fowler running an H&S tuner with full delete done on 6.7 Cummins. Why do I keep getting a code saying my catalyst is full when I'm deleted? Keith, you're probably going to want to look for an update for your H&S first. Next thing I would check on is I would make sure that you have got the exhaust back pressure sensor that is on the side of the transmission. Make sure that that is free flowing. We don't want the lines hooked together. You want it to be free flowing and not have any back pressure on it. So. I have a 97 Josiah Keller, sorry, buddy. 97 F250, 7.3 power stroke. It will turn over, but it will not start. What could that be, Josiah? It could be any number of things, man. It could be any number of things. Are you getting tack? If you're not getting tack, the first thing I would start with is cam position sensor. If your tack's not moving, start with cam position sensor. If that's not the problem that you've got, give me a call, man. I'll try to talk you through it. Brandon Glenn says, bought a VP44 from you guys in September 2016. Still holding up. Thank you. No, thank you, Brandon. We appreciate that. How many miles are we going to get out of the 2010 F-250, the 6.4 liter? George, that's going to depend on a lot of things. Maintenance. You got the thing with the 6.4. I talk about this all the time is a valve train. You've got to make sure that you keep up with your oil changes in those trucks. Please do that. It not servicing them can go a long way in causing mechanical failures. How many miles you're going to get out of it, it just depends on how you drive it. If you have any other failures down the line, if you have a turbo failure, you've got to address that as soon as you notice it. If you notice anything different in your fueling, lack of power, or anything like that, you've got to stop the truck and you've got to take care of it. Those trucks are common rail. A lot of people forget that 6.4 is common rail. So if you have something go wrong in the fueling system, it is on high side, and it can definitely cylinder wash. It can crack pistons, anything of that nature. So if you notice anything different, any different sounds, ticking and idle, so on and so forth, stop, get it checked out so it's not something catastrophic and cost you a motor, man. One-piece drive shaft for Cummins 2001. Sell those, Brandon. I do not. You can probably get one made. Any local driver line shop should be able to help you with that. Troy, your question is going to be the last one. 99 Cummins runs great, but as soon as I hit the throttle, it's full throttle or nothing. No codes, replace APPS, no change. Swap to ECM, no change. VP44. Troy, had you not told me that you swapped ECMs on that, I would tell you that it was ECM all day, every day. One of the most common failures that we see in the ECMs on the B series motors in the Dodge trucks is you touch the throttle and the damn thing goes wide open throttle. It's always ECM, always ECM. So had you not said you swapped ECMs, I would say that's exactly what your problem is. Now, so what's causing it? Well, the first thing I'm going to ask you is, did you swap the PCM or the ECM? A lot of guys will think that the PCM that's over on the driver's side firewall, that is your ECM. That's not your ECM. That's your PCM. That's your powertrain control module. So make sure that you swap the right thing. If you have swapped your APPS, there's nothing left at that point other than the VP44, but that is a very, very odd failure in the VP44. And I'll be honest with you, that's the first time I've ever heard it. I have never heard of a truck. So if you're saying the truck is actually trying to take off on its own, I would almost wonder if you don't have an intercooler that might be full of oil, like the truck's trying to go runaway on you or something of that nature. I know that kind of sounds a little bit far-fetched, but that's more of a mechanical failure there than a electronic failure. But, hey, I haven't seen all electronic failures inside of VP44s. It could be a very real thing, and I possibly couldn't have read your question right too, man. So, yeah, absolutely. Yeah, yes, that's exactly right. The ECM is on the side of the motor. The Cummins ECM is on the side of the motor. Just like Brandon's tell you, right underneath your fuel filter housing, there's a connector right there. You'll see it. That is the engine control module. If that's not what you changed, then that's what you need to change out first. So awesome. All right, I'm going to give the power shot away today. Who am I going to give the power shot to? Let's see. Scalisi. I'm going to give it to you because I think I messed your last name up. Robert, Ray, I'm going to give this to you. Ray Balderman Scalisi. If you will message the Thoroughbred page, we will give you a bottle of Power Shots. Next week, folks, I am headed to Suncoast to see my good friends Ron and Blake and all the guys down Suncoast, Dante, Jimmy Chatwell, my good friends. We've been doing business with Suncoast a long time. I am going down for training, so I will be there on Thursday, so I will not be here for Q&A, so I will be with you all in spirit. I'm sure that they will put some other knucklehead in front of this camera, but let me tell you with 100% certainty that my guys will be able to help you with anything that you need, and they will give you the best possible thing that they can. You won't have to look at my ugly mug next week, but hey, as we always say, God bless America. You all are great Americans. Thank you all for being here. Go Cats. SEC play this week. We're getting that much closer to a normal SEC schedule, so let's stay on course. Thank you all. And if you need anything, give us a call. Thank you for watching.